2019 commencement ceremonies. At this time, I would like to introduce our Student Council President, Renee Garcia, and our National Honor Society President, Sharif Alashri, who will lead us in the flag salute, followed by the singing of the national anthem by the high school chorus. Please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Stay.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the Spangled Banner yet wave, o'er the land of the free and the home of the
You may be seated. Thank you, band and chorus. Once again, I remind you that at 7 o'clock, as of right now, we will not be allowing anyone else in. I'm going to wait for the people that are entering right now to find their seats, and then please make room for anyone that still needs a seat. Okay? We're going to get going here. I need people out of the aisles and seated, so quickly make your way to your seat. I want to make sure everyone stays safe and the aisles stay clear so we have a great night. Esteemed faculty, staff, and parents, guardians, family members, friends, community members, and the class of 19, welcome. What a privilege to honor these graduates this evening. A very special welcome to those seated directly in front of me, Board President Harms, Vice President Signorello, Mr. Hemingway, Mr. Cancino, Ms. Falcone, Superintendent Garrido, Mrs. Gershio, Mrs. Lazaridis, Mrs. Scully, Mrs. Mormello, Mr. Salvo, and the many faculty from the high school and district present this evening. I would like to take a moment at the beginning of this commencement to honor 7 members of the high school staff that will be retiring after years of dedicated service. They are high school math teacher Mrs. Barron, French teacher Mrs. Cure, Secretary Janie Fuso, Spanish and French teacher Mrs. Kurz, Child Study Team member Kathleen McDonald, Woods and Graphic teacher Mr. Ragucci, and former high school math teacher and current business administrator Mrs. Susan Gershio. You will all be deeply missed, and we wish you the best of luck in your retirement. Many students have demonstrated success in many different ways, and they will be honored this evening. One of those honorees is Jacob Lacombe. Jacob has earned the distinction of being named the Salutatorian of his class. It is my pleasure to introduce Jacob to the stage.
Thank you. Good evening, Ms. Costa, Ms. Backer, Mr. Foy, Mr. Garrido, board members, family, friends, and fellow graduates. High school was like a test run of life. It's a time to experiment different subjects you could be interested in, clubs you want to join, and sports you want to take part in. For myself, STEM really caught my eye. I became hooked due to the amazing teachers who helped me through some difficult subjects. There was Mr. Bangs, who stayed late into the night helping me finish chemistry labs, and Mr. Chin, who pushed me to design a wooden airplane which could fly. Of course, he did so that I could get out of his final on the last day of school. Not only did I have amazing teachers at RPHS that pushed me to learn the material, but also helped me learn how to retain the information and use it in the future instead of just regurgitating it. In addition to encouraging Robinson, who's one of the easiest teachers to talk to, and she always offers her guidance. And there's Miss Mooney, who plays inspirational videos when the weight of the world seems to be on your shoulders. In this sense, I'm so glad to be able to be part of such a small school, a school in which the teachers care about their students, and a school in which teachers take their time to truly offer their help. For such a small school, however, we certainly have some amazing opportunities. During my time at RPHS, I was fortunate enough to compete and qualify for TSA Nationals 3 times for robotics. Our best result occurring my junior year when we placed second in the nation for the Skills Challenge. I would be lying to you if I said that placing second in the nation was the biggest takeaway from all my years in robotics. Robotics taught me how to problem solve when the solution was not so clear. It also taught me how to work with a team and being able to utilize everyone's skills to our advantage. Leadership became a key lesson in my senior year, as a team boiled down to 3 guys. 3 guys who won TSA State Skills Challenge and are headed off to nationals again in 8 days. If anyone was caught slacking, they were pushed to start working because as a team, we depend on one another. Robotics also taught me competition and rivalry. A rivalry against one of the best STEM schools in the nation, and teaming up with our old friend, Mr. Seibert, to make sure that High Technology High School does not take first at TSA States. It wasn't all hate towards other teams, though, as I learned to put aside competition and help out the less experienced teams when encountering a problem. I do this not to make the competition better, but because I, as most people know, how frustrating it is to be stuck, unable to find a solution to a problem when the solution could be the very difference between success and failure. Everyone hears about success, but no one ever sees the hard work behind it. There's the persistence, the drive, the strive to become the best. My first year competing at nationals, our robotics team placed 16th. However, this did not satisfy our hunger for success. Just 1 year later, we took home 2nd place, and everyone was there to celebrate. However, many people didn't see the long nights that the team put in, or the countless nights spent in school, ordering tacos, and pushing through frustrating moments when, to put it simply, the robot didn't feel like working. I could say the same thing about my success in track and field. I took a break from track during my junior year to focus on my academics, although loving the sport. I knew if I wanted to compete with the best, I had to make up for the year I had missed. I trained over the weekends and in the winter on my own, but none of this was seen by anyone, nor did I need it to be. As the great sprinter Usain Bolt once said, competition is the easy part. Behind the scenes is where all the work is done. My senior year, I won every meet in the regular season and became conference and sectional champion of javelin by throwing 151 feet. What I hope all of you take away from my experiences is that hard work pays off, and nothing will come easy. As my mother says, nothing in life is going to be served to you on a platter. So you have to gain an interest and go after it. Some days, it's going to seem like the whole weight of the world is against you. But it's at this moment that you need people who will always support you. So to my friends here at Roselle Park High School, you all helped shape me into the person I am today. My success is a product of your kindness, your encouragement, and your support. To all the outstanding teachers at Roselle Park High School, thank you for always pushing me to do my best and providing me with enough homework to more than enough than occupy me at home. And also going above and beyond in teaching me all that you could. I'm going to miss every last one of you, especially the ones who had me up at 4 a.m. trying to finish lab reports, or the ones who had me reading an entire book and writing an essay in one night. Even though simply not procrastinating would have helped me there, it was these teachers that taught me that high school and life is not easy. But with a little dedication, anything is possible. And lastly, to my mom and my dad, I have no words to describe how much I appreciate your support. Teaching me from such a young age to strive to do well in school has translated into me having the honor of being the class of 2019 salutatorian. To my not-so-little brother, Adam, thank you for always supporting me in sports and in school, and teaching me responsibility, a lot of responsibility. Without the support and influence of my family, I would not stand before you today the person I am. I love you all. So, class of 2019, this is it. Show is over. Or, go out and make it the beginning of your amazing lives. I'd like to leave you with just one piece of advice. Whatever you do with your life, go all in and leave nothing in the tank. Congratulations, class of 2019.
Thank you, Jacob. 1 year ago, elections were held for the position of president of the senior class. Nicole Barona was elected to this position. It is a great honor to be elected to this position by one's peers. Please welcome Nicole to the podium. Thank you, Jacob. 1 year ago, elections were held for the position of president of the senior class. Nicole Barona was elected to this position. It is a great honor to be elected to this position by one's peers. Please welcome Nicole to the podium.
Good evening, everyone. I want to start off by saying what a true honor it has been representing you as the president of the class of 2019. It's hard to believe that 4 years of high school are now behind us. We have endured a lot of different things over the last 4 years. In addition to getting through the midterms, finals, presentations, labs, park exams, and other anxiety-inducing activities, there have been a lot of fun and exciting things we got to do during our time at RPHS. When we look back at our high school days, of course we will think about the late nights of studying and last-minute assignments, but hopefully your memories will be filled with the enjoyment of spending time with friends, cheering at our pep rallies, rooting for our Panthers at sporting events, going to prom, and other things that put a smile on your face. Getting to this point, as you all can relate to, has not been an easy task. With everything the average high school student needs to do, there's a lot of balancing that goes on. I can still remember my own balancing act during junior year, needing to stay on top of AP classes while also getting work done in Miss Mooney's English class. We all felt like we were drowning and didn't know how we would pull through. Miss Mooney presented us with very challenging work from day one. She pushed us to limits that we didn't think were possible. But Miss Mooney did it because she believed in us, sometimes when we didn't. She definitely brought out the best in us. Speaking of bringing out the best in us, being part of the track team for 4 years really changed my life. I developed bonds with not only my teammates, but also with the coaches. Mr. Greco, Ms. Martinez, Mr. Flecka, and Coach P always found a way to brighten my day and make us all smile. Being part of the Crisis Center and going on the Crisis Center retreats during my junior and senior years was an unbelievable experience. I made connections with so many people and established friendships that would hopefully last a lifetime. Ms. Bain and Ms. Kazaroy, thank you for making Crisis Center a place that can really change a person's life. Over the last 4 years, I have been fortunate enough to make some very good friends. I truly hope that you have had the opportunity to make such friends as well. These are the people that will always be there for you and help you get through those low points on the roller coaster of life. One such friend is fellow graduate, Naralee Moda, who has never left my side and has supported me through everything. I cannot wait to see all that she will accomplish in the future. I love you, Naralee. Also, another very special person in my heart is Justin Volante. Thank you for being by my side and always being so kind-hearted and amazing. I'm so excited to continue to see you grow and watch all that you do. Last but not least, the other is another fellow graduate and also our Vice President, Renee Garcia. In and out of school, we have always made a great team, so there's no reason to stop that now. I'd like to invite Renee up here to share some of her experiences with you as well.
Thank you, Nicole, and thank you, fellow graduates, for trusting me to represent you as the Vice President of our class of 2019 and as President of our Student Council. It has truly been an amazing journey. We will all have so much to look forward to in the upcoming months and years of our lives, but tonight we need to take at least a few moments to reflect on the journey that got us here. I'm sure you would all agree that things have not always been easy, but if you are sitting here, that means you were able to rise above the challenges and accomplish something that you should be very proud of. My journey definitely had challenges, but was also filled with experiences that have created memories which will last a lifetime. I will always cherish my 4 years as a varsity cheerleader and being captain during my senior year. The fun times we had on the field and on our bus rides will always make me smile. Going on the Crisis Center retreat and forming close bonds with so many people was an experience like no other. Decorating the gym for our pep rally and participating in the Powder Puff game united our entire class. And one of the most memorable events throughout high school was the 100th Thanksgiving football game versus Roselle. What made it so memorable was the energy that filled the stands and, of course, the fact that we won. Making it to this point takes a few things. It takes determination, drive, and motivation. It also takes something that comes from another place or another person. It takes inspiration. Luckily, I have a few people in my life who have provided a ton of inspiration because of the amazing people that they are. My mother is an inspiration for me every day. The hardest thing a person can do sometimes is admit they have a problem. Well, 13 years ago, my mother had to do just that. Knowing how much it would hurt, she took the necessary steps to get the help she needed. Today, she is 13 years clean and sober. She did that for herself, and she also did it for me. She works each and every day to provide for us both. I love you so much, Mom. My aunt is another source of inspiration. While my mother was in recovery, my aunt was the one who stepped up and took care of me. She faced that challenge head on. She then faced another challenge, breast cancer. I guess breast cancer didn't know what it was up against because my aunt beat that challenge as well. I also received inspiration from my late grandfather. As Sheriff of Union County, he showed me what it was like to be a leader. And because of him, I also plan on pursuing a career in law enforcement. I know he is looking down, smiling, proud of how far I've come. Finally, my boyfriend Ethan gives me inspiration every day. In 2016, Ethan needed a kidney transplant. Receiving a kidney from his father, everything was supposed to be okay. But in 2017, his body rejected the kidney. It was life-threatening, but he fought through it. He is another example of how a person has to sometimes fight hard to overcome adversity. Because of him, I donate blood during every blood drive, and also because of him, I have overcome my fear of needles. Graduates, stay motivated. Never lose your drive and determination, and always be inspired. My mother always told me, if you believe, you can achieve, and that is something I will always follow in life.
Thanks, Renee. I would also like to acknowledge the people in my life who have inspired me to get to this point. To begin with, my parents have both sacrificed more than one can imagine to give my brothers, their families in Colombia, and myself the life we have now. They worked so much when I was younger that my grandmother had to help raise me. My mother and father are nothing less than heroic and amazing. A lifetime will never be enough to repay them for all that they have done. I love you, Mom and Dad. My grandmother has also always given me so much. Getting to this point in my life would not have been possible without her love and support. Te amo, Ava. Last but not least, the biggest headache a younger sister could ever have, my big brother. Although he has set the bar quite high and is a true genius, he never fails to reassure me that one day I will be greater than him and to enjoy the little things in life. We would like to thank all the teachers and staff that have supported us through the years.
And we would also like to thank Ms. Costi and Ms. Sosa for being great class advisors.
As Dr. Seuss once said, "Don't be sad that it's over, be glad that it happened." Graduates, opportunities are endless for us. Your future is a bright one, and it starts right now. Don't ever let anyone or anything hold you back from what you truly want out of life.
Congratulations, class of 2019! We did it!
Thank you, Nicole and Renee. Please direct your attention to the senior members of the chorus who will perform "This Is Me." Audience, you are doing a phenomenal job. I know it's hot, but there's a little breeze now, and you are doing a great job representing your students and our community so well. Thank you for your attention and your order tonight. I so appreciate it. And now to the chorus and Mr. Wachowski, led by the seniors.
Sharpest words wanna cut me down. Gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. Another round of me down. I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be, this is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. Hey, hey, hey. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. Hey, hey, hey. Not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. Hey, hey, oh, hey, hey. Hey, hey, oh, hey, this is me.
Thank you, chorus. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce the winners of the school awards and scholarships. Before I begin, I would like to offer a sincere thank you to our Board of Education for all of their support and to all of the individuals and organizations who have made tonight's awards possible. Please follow along in your program as I read the award recipients' names. Due to the number of names, please hold your applause until I pause at a break. Graduates, if you hear your name, stand until I ask you to be seated. You could seat too. The 20th Annual Louis J. Mueller Memorial Scholarship, Julia Silva. Don't clap yet, guys. Let me get through a whole bunch of them. Darlene Mangold English Award, Sydney Hollins Holloway. Band Parent Scholarships, Caitlin Donnelly, Angela Gonzalve, Jada Herrera, David Linares, Kyle Cancino, and Sean Sessions. Werner Buckholtz Memorial Band Parent Scholarship, Jada Herrera. Peggy O'Neill Schaefer Scholarship, Renee Garcia. Ciccarello Brothers Memorial Award, Axel Moreno. Davies and Associates Award, Caitlin Donnelly. Patricia Finnegan Knapp, Robert Knapp Memorial Scholarship, Maria Isabel Ibarola. Rotary Scholarship, Sydney Hollins Holloway and Julia Silva. Brandon Scott Belante Friendship Award, John Paul Alvarez. Anthony Caselli Memorial Scholarship, Madison Hummel. Please congratulate these recipients. You may be seated. Dad's Club Scholarships, Elvin Guerrero and Haley Ortega, our scholar athletes. Jacob Lacombe and Kaylee Skiff, Madison Hummel and David Munera, Kyle Cancino and Caitlin Donnelly. Dad's Club Nancy Sturkey Tennis Scholarship, Bianca Ortega. Dad's Club Recognition Scholarship, Drew Graves. Rob Kinney Memorial Scholarship, Drew Graves and Megan Mooney. John Ade Senior Memorial Scholarship, Madison Hummel and Thomas Schwartz. Roselle Park Historical Society Scholarship, David Linares and Nerly Moda. Please congratulate these recipients. John, you may be seated. John S. Linscott Memorial Scholarship, Kyle Cancino. Roselle Park PBA Award, Samantha Sengler and Parth Shaw. Scholarships donated by the Roselle Park Education Association, John C. Simigan Memorial Scholarship, Sharif Alashri. Wallace Baldwin Memorial Scholarship, Camille Adrian. Clement C. Conquadora Memorial Scholarship, Jesslyn George. Roselle Park Retired Teachers, Megan Mooney and Isabel Cerna. Student Council Awards, Renee Garcia. Please congratulate these recipients. You may be seated. French and Spanish Honor Societies, Jasmine Crichton and Emily Romero. Roselle Park Community Center Association, Parth Shaw. Interact Club, Jesslyn George. Tom Turney Peer Leadership Award, Brooke Figueredo. Yearbook Award, Sarah Emmy and Sydney Hollins Holloway. Art Club and National Art Honor Society, Jessica Ahido, Gabriela Muscatolo, and Brisa Roca. RPTV, Caitlin Donnelly. Janet T. Brighton Memorial Award, Nicole Barona. Please congratulate these recipients. You may be seated. New Jersey Blood Services, Nerali Moda, Parth Shaw and Julia Silva. Future Health Careers Club, Parth Shaw, Julia Silva, and Nimi Thomas. John Wagner Quarterback Club Award, Patrick Gerkich. Anthony Signorello Wrestling Scholarship Fund. Drew Graves, Elvin Guerrero, Gabriel Leo, and Mark Montgomery. Nicholas L. Pagnetti Memorial Scholarship, Jasmine Crichton. Science, Math, and Technology Awards. Mathematics Department Mu Alpha Theta Award, Amanda Cerna. Science Department Award, Sharif Alashri. Geronda Family Scholarship, Delaney Chernikowski. Gilnuts Memorial Award, Ashley Paulino. Technology Student Association Award, Juan Morales and Eduardo Solar. Virginia Gilchrist Community Service Scholarship, Renee Garcia. James Banyas Scholarship, sponsored by the Robert Gordon PTA, Kaylee Skiff. Union County School Counselors Association, Coraline Pierre Charles and Parth Shaw. Performing Arts Scholarship, Kyle Cancino, Delaney Chernikowski, and Isaac Goodman. And finally, the Beverly J. Johnson Scholarship, Jacob Lacombe. Please congratulate these recipients. You may be seated. Coach Brian McNanny Memorial Scholarship Award, Kaylee Skiff. Meta Family Scholarship, Axel Moreno. Class of 1996 Scholarship in memory of Robert Warshinsky, Sebastian Rodriguez. Class of 1996 Scholarship in memory of William Perry and Philip Lamonaco, Jessica Castillo. Clio Award, Roselle Park, Brooke Figueredo. Jersey Shore Reunion, Delaney Chernikowski and David Munera. West End Community Center Scholarship, Julia Silva and Natalie Tribbiano. Please congratulate these recipients. You may be seated. Our Roselle Park High School PTSA is a wonderful organization. They work tirelessly all year long to raise money for scholarships. These are the Roselle Park High School Parent Teacher Student Association scholarships. Valedictorian, Caitlin Donnelly. Salutatorian, Jacob Lacombe. Students continuing education in a specific field. Architecture, Christopher Cooney. Architecture, Patrick Gerkich. Biology, Gabrielle Meglio. Chemistry, Noelia Luna. Food Science, Sella Massey. Accounting in honor of William Clark, Nicholas Carmelaw. Health Profession, Valeria Avila. Health Profession, Nimi Thomas. Engineering, Christopher Santos. Business, Anna Papadopoulos. Science and Technology in memory of former Principal Dale Springer, Nicholas Haddad. Caring Award in memory of Lois Mueller, Parv Patel. Education Field in honor of Ernest Finizio, Sarah Emmy. Please congratulate these recipients. You may be seated. The following are the members of the National Honor Society of 2019, and they are also the recipients of the President's Education Awards. They are seated in the front row. When I call your name, please stand in alphabetical order. Camille Adrian, Jessica Ahido, Nicole Barona, Christopher Cooney, Jasmine Crichton, Delaney Chernowski, Caitlin Donnelly, Sharif Alashri, Brooke Figueredo, Renee Garcia, Elvin Guerrero, Sydney Hollins Holloway, Maria Isabel Ibarola, Jacob Lacombe, Noelia Luna, Gabrielle Meglio, Nerali Moda, Haley Ortega, Anna Papadopoulos, Emily Romero, Amanda Cerna, Isabel Cerna, Parth Shaw, Julia Silva, Kaylee Skiff, and Natalie Tribbiano. Please congratulate these apt students. You may be seated. There is one final list of awards. That is the list of Gold Tassel Awards. This goes to students that have achieved academic excellence over the last 2 years. Those students are, please stand when I call your name, Camille Adrian, Jessica Ajido Lopez, Valeria Avila, Nicole Barona, Kyle Cancino, Sterling Castel, Juan Chirinos Villanueva, Christopher Cooney, Kevin Costa, Jasmine Crichton, Delaney Chernowski, Caitlin Donnelly, Sharif Alashri, Brooke Figueredo, Kelly Gonzalez, Elvin Guerrero, Sydney Hollins Holloway, Maria Isabel Ibarola, Jacob Lacombe, Noelia Luna, Stella Massey, Gabrielle Meglio, Mark Montgomery, Nerali Moda, Bianca Ortega, Haley Ortega, Anna Papadopoulos, Ashley Paulino Taveras, Matthew Rojas, Emily Romero, Brianna Ryan, Thomas Schwartz, Samantha Sengler, Amanda Cerna, Isabel Cerna, Julia Silva, Kaylee Skiff, Nimi Thomas, Natalie Tribbiano, and Maya Verdugo. Please congratulate these students. That list is not normally that long, so congratulations. You may be seated. Congratulations, and again, thank you to all the donors of the scholarships. Topping the list of special recognition is this year's Valedictorian. This is a young woman who has achieved academic excellence and earned the distinction of being named this year's Valedictorian. It is my pleasure to introduce this year's Valedictorian, Caitlin Donnelly.
Good evening, everyone. It is truly an honor to be standing here today as the 2019 Valedictorian of Roselle Park High School. This is a moment, as I'm sure my fellow graduates will tell you, that we have been looking forward to all year, all throughout high school, and probably since we began elementary school. This day has been at the center of our attention from a very young age, and each of us should be proud of this accomplishment. It's very bittersweet now that we all get to stop counting down the remaining days. And yes, I'm guilty of that as well. Let's just say that there's been a countdown on the whiteboard in the band room for at least the last 70 days, and our class changed it every morning. It's truly a wonder how much each of us have grown over the past 4 years. We walked through the doors of RPHS as squeaky clean freshmen, and we truly had no idea what we were in for. There were so many things we had yet to learn. For example, we didn't know about the notorious and mysterious RPHS mad scientist, Mr. Bangs. We didn't know that Mrs. Mooney's room was also a botanical garden. We didn't know that Mr. Dagunis competed in several Ironman competitions, but the banners displayed across his classroom would be sure to let us know. We didn't know that Mrs. Rinaldi thinks that test days are the best days, or that Mr. Flatley would constantly be hustling you to join the golf team when he's not talking about the Six Flags physics trip. We didn't know that Mrs. Robinson would instantly become our adoptive mother and wouldn't hesitate to give us advice on any kind of situation, or that Mr. Rakowski would literally take any opportunity to sing or brag about his Google Pixel phone. And we didn't know that we would find a family in the sea of unfamiliar faces and a home inside those red brick walls. And now that we've all learned and grown at the hands of the countless teachers and individuals who have shaped our lives in more ways than one, we are all better people because of it. So now that all of the days are crossed off of our calendars, we find ourselves reflecting on the years we spent at RPHS. We're remembering a plethora of tests, quizzes, projects and labs, dozens of fundraisers, many long afternoons spent supporting our sports teams out on the field, and days spent hanging out with friends. For me, some of my personal memories include devoting the entirety of each fall to marching band rehearsals and competitions all over New Jersey with Mr. Mizuchi, and participating in our spring musicals. One of my most memorable experiences occurred during the 2018 production of Beauty and the Beast, where I was lucky enough to play the role of Belle. During that time, I was inspired by my character's compassion, courage, and determination to never give up on her dreams. Of course, for the remainder of the year after the show, multiple people would greet me each morning by saying, "Good morning, Belle," but it never got old. Although Beauty and the Beast is a fictitious story, there is still a lot that can be learned from Belle's character, and I feel that I became a better person from portraying her. So, ladies and gentlemen, I encourage you all to be a little more like Belle. Be unconventional. Belle is a young woman from a small village where not much is expected of her. However, Belle knew that regardless of what other people thought, she could do so much more with her life. Belle wants adventure in the great wide somewhere, and I urge you to strive for the same. Don't ever let the opinions of other people hold you back from achieving what you want. You need to defy the stereotypes and social constructs inhibiting you from reaching your full potential. Don't always follow the crowd. Make your own path and never stop the pursuit of your goal until you achieve it. Embrace your individuality and use it to your advantage. Be courageous. We all have our comfort zones, the things we feel safe and secure doing. In order to achieve what she truly wanted out of life, Belle had to go beyond her comfort zones and surpass what came easily to her. This lesson is the same for you and me. Whether that means looking for a job in New York City, opening the business you always dreamed of, or relocating because of a great opportunity, we all need to take that risk. Everything we desire will not be simply handed to us on a silver platter. We need to put ourselves out there and create our own successes. Change and risk are not always easy things, but they are necessary and important in order for you to excel in life and attain your goals. If you have the confidence to take chances and reach for your ambitions, anything is possible. Be a dreamer. Even if you're not entirely sure where this dream will lead you, follow it. Belle didn't necessarily dream of living in a beautiful castle with a handsome prince, but her dream of leaving her old life behind led her to an adventure far greater than anything she had ever read about. Life has a funny way of steering you in the right direction, even when you're not completely aware of it. Wherever your life leads you after high school, know that your time spent at RPHS was a very nice beginning to the remarkable future you have ahead of you. Strive for the impossible and follow your heart to wherever it may lead you. As long as you have passion for the work you are doing, the rest will fall into place. So yes, being a part of this production was an amazing experience. I made so many lasting friendships and memories during rehearsals and performances, but I also learned so much from that valiant girl in a blue dress. I think it is so important to draw inspiration from the things we're passionate about and to allow them to influence us in our daily lives. I'm grateful for the lessons I've learned throughout my time here at RPHS and will carry them with me in the future. I truly could not have made it through the past 4 years without my best friend Delaney, who basically shares a brain with me. It has been an honor to have been attached at the hip for the past 10 years, and I wouldn't want anyone else as my unbiological twin sister. I'd also like to thank the teachers who never stopped pushing me to do my best and believing in me, especially during times when I didn't believe in myself. I'd like to thank my parents for always being my biggest supporters, for being on my side all the time, even when I didn't realize it. And my sisters, for sometimes driving me crazy, but for being the best lifelong friends I could ever ask for. I'd also like to thank my music families, the band and theater students, directors, and teachers, for showing me that even when life is pandemonium, that there is beauty found within, there really is no place like home, and that I'm never alone in the universe. Thank you for helping me grow not only as a musician and a performer, but as a leader and simply as a person. I will always cherish our marvelous memories. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." So graduates, I encourage you to embark on this new chapter of our lives with confidence and an open mind. Strive for greatness, don't be afraid to be different, surround yourself with uplifting people, and never stop pursuing your dreams. Keep working and pushing yourself until you find your adventure in the great wide somewhere. Class of 2019, congratulations!
Thank you, Caitlin. Tonight is your night, graduates, but it also belongs to your parents, guardians, and to your teachers. We want to thank all the teachers and staff for the time devoted to these graduates. but to the parents and guardians, thank you for the support, commitment, and dedication you have shown to your child. We want to honor you. Parents and guardians, please stand so that we here in the front may thank you with a round of applause. All parents and guardians, please stand. Roselle Park is a wonderful place thanks to the community made by our parents and guardians. And now, Mr. Garrido, on behalf of the teachers, administrators, and staff of Roselle Park High School, I present to you the class of 2019, having met all the requirements prescribed by the Board of Education and the state of New Jersey.
Good evening, everyone. Congratulations, parents, relatives, and of course, graduating class of 2019. As the superintendent of schools, it is my privilege to certify these students for graduation. President Harms, I hereby certify that the students seated before you have satisfactorily completed all of the requirements for graduation as prescribed by the Roselle Park Board of Education, and have also met all of the requirements as stated by the New Jersey Department of Education. It is therefore my recommendation that they be awarded the diploma this day till 20th of June of 2019. Congratulations, graduates. Mrs. Costa.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment that we have all been waiting for, the presentation of diplomas by our board president, Mr. Lauren Harms. I want to recognize 3 students that were not able to be present this evening for recognition: Richard Coslet Jr., Nicole Prado, and Giovanni Vasquez. Congratulations to them as well. All right, let's make some noise. Our first graduate, Elvin Guerrero. Nerilee O. Moda. Camille Adrian. Brooke Elizabeth Figueredo. Kaylee Marie Skiff. Sydney Hollins Holloway. Delaney Rose Chernikowski. Natalie Sarah Tribbiano. Jasmine Crichton. Jessica Carolina Ajido Lopez. Anna Papadopoulos. One shot and we're moving on. Anna Papadopoulos. Sharif M. Alashri. Renee Marie Garcia. Alina Chornomaz. Gabriela Muscritolo. Fernando Dante Ponterero. Antonio Tyler Martins. Justin Tyler Belante. Please be seated. Please be seated if you don't have a graduate to immediate. Please be seated if you're not immediately taking a picture so that all may see. Axel Moreno. Jose A. Morales. Jessica Castillo. Samantha Nicole Marquez. Mark Montgomery. Juan David Carvajal. Hugo Sepulveda. Xavier Alexander Rivas. Jason P. Diaz. William Clark. Valeria Sofia Avila. Freddie Perez. Starlyn Castell. Damian Cardillo. Lazar Maracek. Rebecca Abigail Franco. Samra Jokic. Vladislav Sharamov. Ramal Kayan Harris. Madison Marie Hummel. Drew Thomas Graves. Stephanie T. Valderrama. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I can't have people sitting in the rows because what happens is other people think that they can do that and then it becomes a whole thing. So please stay in your seats. Sorry, Andy. Let's give a special loud applause for Andy Cholette. Kevin Costa. Giovanni Montoya. Juan S. Chirinos. Coraline Sarah Pierre Charles. Jenny Marie Salgado. Joanna Michelle Luna. Sarah Velasquez. Angela Jolie Gonzalez. Carlos Uriel Morales Caro. Sabine C. Espinosa. Gary A. Rexach Jr. K. R. Hernandez. Megan Patricia Mooney. Sophia Stephanie A. Solis. Braun E. Massey. Sella K. Massey. Kara Erin McDonough. Lilia Reyes. Thomas Schwartz. Bessem Kadriai. Denasia Kayla Zayas. Gabriela Ariana Mortola. Maya Alexis Verdugo. Derek M. Diaz. Gilberto R. Ramos. Gabriel Leo. Jalen David Livingston. Patrick Charles Gerkich. Kelly Gonzalez. Brianna Ibanez Escobar. Curtis Lewis Golfin Esparza. Brianna Ryan. Julian Martinez. Diego Alonso Paredes. Juan E. Morales. Perla Victoria Meneses Ruiz. Let's do it again. Juan E. Morales and Perla Victoria Meneses Ruiz. Our female scholar athlete will lead off this side. Haley Marie Ortega. Parth Rupin Shaw. Julia Oliveira Silva. Christopher John Cooney. Gabrielle Jolie Ursti Meglio. Noelia Luna. Maria Isabel Ibarola. Amanda Celeste Cerna. Isabel Lucia Cerna. One shot, we move on. Emily Romero. Nicole Barona. Jacob J. Lacombe. Caitlin C. Donnelly. Kyle Cancino. Brandon E. Verdejo. Esteban A. Lopez Paez. Dion Bataille. Valerie Castro. Nicholas Gregory Haddad. Jada Shade Herrera. Sarah Kate Emmy. Abdallah Ahmed. Jamie Guadalupe Santa Maria Tepax. Isaac J. Goodman. Parv H. Patel. Berkeley Fortini. Samuel Da Silva. Jacqueline Lariva Roman. Brian Testerman. Kashawn Kenneth Seward. Matthew Rojas. Maitri N. Amin. Please sit down after you've taken your photo so that others have the opportunity to do the same. Samantha Ray Sengler. Adrian L. Lopez. Nicholas Alexander Carmenlaw. David Andres Munera. Angel Tlanipa. Kendra Ray Manny. Nimi T. Thomas. Kayla Leanne Raposki. Jesslyn Rose George. David Brian Linares. Jelani George. Kevin Naranjo. Bianca Marie Ortega. We got to keep going here. John Paul Alvarez. Ashley Paulino Taveras. Jacob Sean Donahue. Isabella M. Provino. Sean T. Sessions. Carlos Rosas Soriano. Xavier Fernando Torres. Linda Michelle Antonucci. Carly Joe Bamber. Sebastian Rodriguez. Maitri Amin. Joseph Vincent Miseri. Brian Rodriguez. Eduardo Solar Castillo. Diego Rodrigo Mazuelos. Ariana J. Mayorga. Magali Tlatlenko. Christopher Eduardo Santos. Luke Thomas Bockenhauer. Kevin J. Kuna. Antonio Hector Ortiz. Marieli Perez Romero. Brisa Melissa Roca. Carrie A. Frasca. Brian Frasca. Daniel Piedrahita. And now, graduates, please stand. Congratulations to all of our graduates. You may turn your for the class of 2019. Guys, we'll get your hats back, I promise. We are walking out. Let's make some noise! Congratulations, graduates! Parents, the graduates need to get their immunization records, their diplomas, and for many of them, their scholarship checks. They will be in the cafeteria. It looks like it's still rainy out, so you can spread out throughout the building. As soon as the last graduate exits, I ask that you carefully make your way out. Please, parents, stay until we have the last graduate exit. Let's hear it for this last crew. We need to celebrate our seniors as they walk out.